Hi Flosstube friends, it's Liliana from I'll Be Stitching Forever. Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad that you're here. Today is July 31st. Yes, the end of July. Another month of 2026 has flown by out the window. Yeah, it's incredible how fast this year is going. Anyway, I want to thank all my subscribers, those who have been with me from the beginning and have stayed, those who have subscribed during the year, and just recently I got a little jump in subscribers, and I want to thank you all for being here. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Today I have cross-stitching to share. I always have cross-stitching to share. That's predominantly what my channel is about. And I have 4 whips that I worked on the past few days since my last video. And I have 1 small start and finish, and then 1 start. So let's get right into it. Okay, let's start with Dream Direction, charted by Imaginating. This is such a beautiful design. It says, go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life you have imagined. I love the saying. It's so, so pretty. So this is where I was the last time I shared it, which is the start, my start. And I started it December of 2025. So it's taken me this long to pick it back up again, unfortunately, because it is such a beautiful design too. And well, you know, I have so many whips that some things are just not going to be picked up for a while. That's just the way it goes. You know, my idea was this year to touch every single one of my whips, and I don't think I'm going to make it. I have 50 something whips, and I'm starting new things, new projects, so I think it's a little impossible to touch every single one of them, but I'm trying. So this is where I'm at with it now. I love the little cute house. I got the trees in. I cannot wait to get to that owl though. That's going to be so much fun. But when am I going to get to him? I don't know. But that is Dream Direction. And the next one I'm going to share is the Happy Halloween Quaker, designed by Darlene Dion. I'll put the photo here of what it will look like when it's finished. The design anyway. I don't know yet if I'm going to turn it into a pillow, but I may. And this is where I was at the last time I shared it. And here is what it looks like now. So I've got the witch's hat in. I've got a few little tiny designs, a little spider there. The cat is now framed. Oh, it's adorable. I just love it. Yeah, and it has a little bit of purple in here. You can barely see it, but there is some purple. Where else is there purple? I know there's purple here. Kind of hard for me to tell looking directly at the camera, but oh, okay. So the pumpkin has a purple stem. There's 1 cross stitch of purple in there, and some here. But I do wish there was a little bit more purple. Of course, I could add it myself. I could like put some purple inside these little round circles here. I could do that. I could put purple as a background behind the cat. Ooh, I think that would be nice. I might do that. I'm going to think about that. I just might do that. Yeah. So, pardon me if I am repeating myself, but I can't remember if I said this. It's designed by Darlene Dion Designs. and I won this pattern off of her channel. I will have the link below to her channel. It's just beautiful, and it's getting me in the mood for fall stitching. It really is. Okay, next is I will share my new start, and that is Grace by Stoney Creek Collection. And look at that. Those of you who follow me know I love my butterflies and caterpillars. And this one is the anise swallowtail. So they're beautiful. I don't have any of the caterpillars right at this moment. They are in chrysalis form, and none have emerged yet. So it's still, they can still emerge at any time from now until through fall. And hopefully they will. Or they might just wait until next year, who knows. This is my new start. I got a pretty good start, I think. So I got the E, which is at the end of the word grace. That is the middle of the design. And so I added the caterpillar. I stitched all this in about 2 days, 2 stitching sessions, not 2 whole days, but 2 stitching sessions. And I love it, love it, love it. Now these caterpillars, I do have the host plant for them. For those of you who are new, I have a butterfly garden, and I pretty much host quite a bit of different butterflies. So the anise swallowtail is one of them, and then I have monarchs. I have host plants for Gulf fritillaries, the cabbage white, and many others. So yeah, someday I'm going to have to go around in my garden and show you all my host plants and tell you what butterflies they are for. If you guys are interested, let me know. And that is Grace, which I started this month, obviously. Okay, so my next share is this one. It was a free pattern off of Brooks Books Publishing Presents Advent Animals, a cross-stitch freebies collection by Brooke Nolan. She has since passed away from this life, and so I don't believe that it's available anymore. But I did begin this in January of 2024. It's one of my oldest projects, and so I have the animals 1 through 9 now done, or I should say finished. And I'm not putting them all together in one fabric piece like some people have done. I like it that way, but I chose to do it individually. So this is Kangaroo. And Kenny is not black. In the design, he is a light brown. But I chose to do black because I like black. And there are kangaroos that are black. They exist. So I decided to make mine black. And I like the way he turned out. All of the designs for this particular one, the Advent Animals. I've chosen the colors myself. Some are similar to the colors shown in the design, but a lot of it I've changed because it's just something that I want to, what is the word I'm looking for? Experiment. I want to experiment with colors and see how I do putting colors together. And I figured these little ones are probably a great option to practice that and see how I do. So I'm really happy with the way he turned out. He's cute. So that's my finish, start and finish. And then I have another whip. This one is called Pearl Mosaic Mini. I'm in collaboration with iMakeStick, and I will link below the website where you can go if you want the same exact design or if you want other designs. I'm not done with it yet. I'll put a photo here of what this one should look like when it's done. And I am loving the process. The stitching on this has been so much fun. Ooh, look at that. It shines, the beads. It's just so, so pretty. I'm having so much fun with this. Yeah, I've got a lot of beads to put through here. Those are going to be filled. That's going to be filled with beads. There's one big stone here, as you can see in the photo. And there's more stones through here. Or beads, I should say, not stones, beads. Oh, it is breathtaking. I just love it. What am I going to do with it? I think I might turn it into a small pillow, but I'm not sure yet. So beautiful. I'm loving it. Just absolutely enjoying every stitch. So, so pretty. Okay, so that is Pearl Mosaic. And now what's left is my focus piece. My focus piece is Oriental Splendor. And here's what it will look like by the Gold Collection, Dimensions Gold Collection. And so what did I stitch? I stitched this time, I added this rose right here and a little bit of the purple stitching there. Yes, that's all I got done. I know, I should get more done, but you know, I'm slowing down a little bit. I'm slowing down a little bit on this one. It's still fun and I'm still enjoying it, but there's just so much out that I have that I want to pick up and work on. And then of course there's new designs that I am really trying hard not to buy. I gave in on that Grace one because I mean, really, butterflies, caterpillars, I had to. I had to. But I'm really trying hard not to because, I want to stitch on everything. And there's only so much time, you know, that one can have, right? So here's the rose that I worked on. That one right there. I did the back stitching as well, and a little bit of the purple of the flower that looks like this one. And yeah, so it's coming along slowly but surely, and eventually I will get there. Okay, I have a frog in my throat, some phlegm in my throat or something, excuse me. Okay, I'm back. I had to have a little bit of drink of my water. to see if I could get rid of that. Okay, so what have I been up to other than stitching? Well, I've decided that I think I want to get back to reading a book. I've watched some of you share some books that you've been reading, and I decided, that's something that I used to do a while ago, like a long time ago. I used to read romance novels, the kind of those very romantic, the villain and that kind of thing. Anyway, some of them that I read, or almost all of them, had steamy, very steamy, hot scenes in them. And I was very much into reading those types of romance novels. And this was back 30 plus years ago. And I had been reading those since I was a teenager. And then about 30 years ago, I was at work and I was reading my romance novel, and a friend of mine came up to me and says, "What are you reading?" So I told her, and she goes, "Oh, I'm reading this one." And I found out that she was quite the romance reader. She had many books that she had read. I would buy them, read them, get rid of them. She kept hers. And one day after work, she said, or before the end of the day, she said, "I have something to show you. Meet me by my car in the parking lot." And I said, okay. She didn't tell me what, but I figured it was books. So I meet her out there. She opens the trunk of her car, and a big, huge box is sitting in there with so many romance novels. There were about 80 to 100, as I recall. And she said, I thought she was going to just offer me maybe one or two, right? No. She said, "You can take them if you want, the whole box." My jaw hit the ground. I was so happy. I can't even tell you how happy I was when she told me that. And I said, "Oh my gosh, I'm going to have to pay you for this, give me a price." And she's like, "No, it's yours. You can take it off my hands. I was going to get rid of them anyway. Take it." I was so happy. I got home and I told my husband, "Look at all these books." A friend of mine, a coworker, gave them to me. And he didn't have any complaints at all, because let me tell you, he benefited from me reading those books. I'm not joking. Some of them are really steamy. And, after reading a book like that, or maybe you don't even finish it, but when you get to those parts in the book, you're like looking for your husband or your partner. Anyway, I know, maybe I shouldn't have said that, but we're all friends here, right? I mean, come on. We're all friends. And most of us are women. So anyway, I feel fine sharing that. That's okay. But I do recall how happy, really happy that I was. She had so many books. I mean, think of all the money that I saved in romance novels too. I mean, they were like, back then, I don't even know how much they are now, but they were like $6 or $7. And, I was just a new wife, a new mom. I remember I was pregnant at the time too. That's why I remember how many years ago it was, 30-something years ago. And anyway, those books are gone, long gone. And honestly, I didn't even get to go through half of them before I just got tired. I don't know what it was. Something else came up. Some hobby overtook my most of my time, and then, yeah, it was great. It was really good. So lately, I have been thinking about books and how I'd like to get back into reading. And so I consulted AI chat, or whatever you call it. One of those, it was Google AI or something. And I gave a list of my requirements of what I wanted in the story. And what I did not want, I was very, very specific on what I didn't want either. So, you know, no horror, terror, or very sad endings, and et cetera, et cetera. But my list was long, and I'm not going to go into it, but it was long. And so he spit out a book. I don't remember what it is. I'd have to look on my phone, and I'm using my phone to film myself, so. But maybe I'll put a photo up here of the book that I'm waiting on from Amazon. And I hope it's a good book. And I hope it gets me back into reading, because I remember, you know, it was fun to read. Of course, that'll take up more of my time, but that is something I can do to wind down in bed before I go to sleep. And so we'll see. I'll let you guys know how the story goes. And not that I'm going to start book reviews, I don't think, but I'll let you guys know about this one. And yeah, so that's all I have for you guys today. I want to thank you so much for visiting me. It was a nice visit. I hope you guys have a wonderful stitching week, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.